Welcome to another round of my little guitar demo series. Today it's not about gear or a specific guitar. Today I'm doing the second time a video where I try to give some people out there an idea what I would call improving your playing. So I'm reacting to comments. A lot of people requested that I should do some sort of video guitar lesson or something like that. I was a little bit afraid to see these requests because I'm probably not the best music teacher. Reason is I'm more or less a self-made guitar player, so I never had a teacher, I never went to music school, and therefore I lack basic principles in music theory, and I can't read notes. I actually don't know what I'm playing. I even can't tell you the notes, you know. It's very bad. I mean, I can tell you it's a G, it's an A. What you always hear from especially younger guitar players, but not only them, is look here, I can play this riff, look here, I can play this riff, and then Music Olympics, I can play it even faster, I'm the fastest, and I'm even faster than yesterday. And it's nice to have speed, you know, on your instrument, but speed is not the soul of music. There's a lot of music which touches your heart and is very slow, and there's no speed required. What is required is musicality and rhythm and a good sense for melody. So these are the three main aspects. So I have a message for all the speedsters out there and the shredders. Of course, it makes fun and everything, and it's nice to impress your friends or your girlfriend with high speed riffs or something like that. But I have one message, and the message is music consists of many ingredients, and probably the most important ingredient is melody, harmonics, and rhythm. And the speed comes last. So speed is nice, it's a nice to have, but to make music you need something else way more important, and that's the rhythm and the groove. And to all the youngsters and the speedsters, I want to say one thing. It's not easy to play fast, but it's way more harder to play slow. Yeah, when you play it right. This is the thing. So today I will concentrate on a little torture with your right hand. Because I know many guitar players don't like to be asked about their right hand. They always present the left hand, the fast fingers and everything, but the right hand, yeah, they put in shame. But the right hand is very, very important. Very, very important. And while there are so many YouTube videos out there showing the best scales and shapes and everything, I can avoid all this music theory stuff and just concentrate on the right hand. So first, let's come back to the riff I played in the beginning, fast. And yeah, it's not so shabby, isn't it? And it will sound very different slow. But the challenge is to practice this very slow. And I can tell you in advance, it's way harder to play a groove slow than to play it fast. And more or less everything you practice on the guitar in the sense of I have a new technique here or I have a new shape or combination here. You always start slow and do your best to play it right, and when you play it right you increase the speed, not the other way around. So now I'm coming back to the actual playing lesson. So we don't need many notes today. We note concentration on our right hand. I assume that you play with a pick, it's the best for beginners, on the electric guitar at least. Choose a clean sound, don't put many effects in there or something like that, just a clean, dry sound that you hear your mistakes. It's important to hear your mistakes because you want to improve. So now let's see the notes we need. They are not much for our first lesson, and this is the E string, just plain, E 1 octave higher on the 7th fret of the guitar on the A string, on the D on the 5th fret on the A string, the A on the E string on the 5th fret, and the G on the E string on the 3rd fret, and the E again, plain E. So that it sounds like that when I'm playing it slow. That's it. You heard in the 4th turn, the end is a little bit different. Now let's play to the playback. And you watch for my right hand and concentrate on the following. What we want is that we play it slow and that we are able to control the attack on the string. So I will start the playback with a static and very low dynamic, and from turn to turn I will increase the dynamics. That's just to give you an idea what you can do with these few notes by just increasing the dynamics. But of course, increasing the dynamics is one step ahead of mastering the rhythm, because the exactness of the rhythm is more important than all the rest. So listen to that. It's interesting, isn't it, what only switching the dynamics achieve in the musical context when there is a rhythm and a bass playing in the playback. So it's like verse and chorus, you know, verse and chorus. But the trick is in all the dynamics not to change the rhythm. So the rhythm must be very exact, and you practice this with the playback. You can see it here. I have put a link here in the video where you can get the raw playback without my babbling. So practice this, and over time be patient, not on one day, not in 2 days, also not in 2 weeks, but in 1 or 2 months time you will see and hear that your playing will improve dramatically if you are more watching closely to what your right hand is doing, and your ears also care about what the rhythm in the playback and the bass in the playback are doing, so that you're really playing on the groove and not something and ride on another highway around the groove, you know what I mean. Okay, next lesson, lesson number 2. New riff. This riff is in A. It's more or less a variation of octaves of A, as far as I know. So in a normal tempo it sounds like that. Sounds easy, I know. Now play that slow and it will become unbearable hard. And you will always face problems with the A here, with this finger on the E string. I tell you that in advance, but then you know what you have to work on. So let's see the notes for the second lesson example, and 5 to be exact. It starts with the A on the seventh string, the seventh fret of the D string, the G on the fifth of the D string, the E on the seventh fret of the A string, the D on the A string of the fifth fret, and the A on the fifth fret of the E string. You see, I have really problems to name the notes here. But anyway, I never think about notes when I'm making music, you know, and this is a state of mind you also should strive for, but you have to practice before this happens. And again, it is important, watch my right hand, that I always hit the strings with the same intensity and concentrate on hitting the strings in the same intensity in the correct groove. Listen to that, and I also will increase the dynamics with every turn. Every 4 bars I increase the dynamics, and listen to the difference, what that makes, only increasing the dynamics, not the rhythm. That's it. That is what I'm trying to bring over. We also have a second part in this playback. It's very simple, it's just the note A. You can play it on the 5th string of the E string or the empty A string. I tell you in advance, it's harder on the empty A string, so use the 5th fret of the E string. It will be easier for you to match the rhythm exactly. It goes like that. It's really very simple. That's it. It sounds simple, but okay, sounds simple, isn't it? But try to match that when the playback is running. This is when it becomes complicated, because there's a music thing going on, you know. Yeah, you heard the dynamics also are interesting, huh? While maintaining the same exact rhythm. That's what you have to concentrate on. The rhythm needs to flow automatically, you know, you don't have to think about it. And that this happens, you must play, 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 play. And this is not something you can intellectually achieve, you know. This is only achieved by playing and listening to other musicians, or playing with playbacks, or at least to a click track. You can't think about a rhythm and then play it. Yeah? You must give your hands the time, especially your right hand, the time to develop some sort of automatism. You know, it has to go automatically. I know you want to have that happen today. It won't happen today. It will happen in a few months' time, if you're lucky. And I needed years for that. if that is something which gives you a smile on your face, you know. I have prepared a last playback, which also appears to be very easy. And yeah, it's a challenge for all shredders out there. While you have shredded today, try to play that. And if you can't play that, then you have to ask yourself, did I miss something? The riff of lesson 3 goes like that, only 3 notes. notes are G on the E string, all on the E string. Also G, A, E, the empty E string, and A, G, that's it. But the complicated part is to play it even slower, and for now it sounded maybe a little bit strange without a playback. We'll listen how it sounds with the music, because that is music. But complicated, and not for your left hand, for your right hand. It's very complicated. So look how I'm doing that, and try your best. Yeah, as you heard, sounds easy. It isn't so easy when you put your fingers on the fretboard, isn't it? But the left hand is not the problem, and the right hand is the problem, right? Right? So practice this with my playbacks. I would be very glad if some of you would improve the right hand technique because of my video here. This being said, have fun practicing. Bye.